All right, guys. So it's one of those videos once again where I come online and I talk about what I'm experiencing. I'm experiencing what I believe is addiction, social media addiction to be more precise. As you guys can imagine, when it comes to social media addiction, we imagine someone sprawled out on the bed rotting, doom scrolling. That's not the kind of social media addiction I'm talking about. The kind of addiction that I have is having to go and speak my mind because there's too many stupid people out there giving an opinion and they need to be corrected, in my opinion, right? Obviously, it's a failed endeavor because you're never going to be able to really rectify the problem because these guys fucking multiply like rabbits, probably even faster. So there's no point to go out there and attempt to rectify the issue. But for some reason, I still feel the need to go online and to speak my mind. So today, I witnessed a video. Again, I hopped on YouTube expecting to listen to some music. However, my biases immediately flipped on me, betrayed me, and I clicked on the video. And fuck you if you want to say, oh, well, you don't have the willpower. What the fuck you know about willpower, bro? Shut the fuck up, first off. Second, I clicked on the video, and I'm sure that you probably would have as well, okay? You probably do it all the time anyways. But I clicked on the video, and what do you know, man? They're talking about Andrew Tate and how he's in prison. Or not in prison, but he's held in custody, right? And these guys, they went out there, and you want to know what the form of protest was? A push-up. I'm not kidding. Let me show you guys the video. Take a look at this, man. This is ridiculous. Like, that's not a flex, bro. I hate to break it to you guys. If anything, this is like a great impression of a crash dummy. Let me show you guys what the post says because the post is it's so much more hilarious. So this is what it reads, okay? Hundreds of Tate fans doing push-ups together right outside the solitary confinement building during the protests for Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, right? This is what the Matrix fears. First off, bro, you guys are fighting an invisible concept, okay? There is no Matrix, none of that shit, okay? If you guys understand anything about sociology, you guys will know that what's going on here is de-individuation. These guys are acting as a unit. Or if you guys want something that's more sociologically fundamental, this is groupthink. This is exactly what groupthink is. But I also like how they said hundreds of Tate fans when the evidence is pretty clear. It's not hundreds. If you take a look around, you can see that there's only about like max like I'll say 100, okay? And that's being incredibly generous, okay? If you guys learned anything in first grade, second grade, you guys know that when you round a number off, it has to be larger than 5, right? So let's say, for instance, you have 55. If you round that number off, you round it off to 60 because once it crosses that threshold from 4 to 5, then you can round it off to the next number. In this case, however, I'm being incredibly generous because what I'm doing is rounding off a number that isn't even close to 100. This here is probably max like 60 people, 62, but I'm being generous and I'm rounding 62. I should round it off to 60 because it's below 5, but instead I'm going to be generous and I'm going to round it off to 100 because I feel terrible for these guys. Like, think about it, man. The form of protest that these guys are expressing is a push-up. Instead of a sign, these guys are getting on the floor, which is dirty as fuck. I'm sure that floor here, and they have their hands on it, it probably has E. coli, Helicobacter pylori, all sorts of terrible pathogens. And these guys are probably not even going to wash their fingers or hands because these guys are men. They don't believe in showering. They don't believe in any of that shit. They don't believe in grooming themselves. Grooming yourself is for women. Like, come on, man. Like, who are we fooling? We're not fooling anybody, man. This one's absolutely hilarious. And see, this is why I feel like I need to go back online. I need to go fight these guys. I know it's a losing battle, though, so I'm not doing it. But just read this. Look, thousands of Tate fans doing push-ups together in front of the jail demanding Tate Brothers release. This is what the Matrix fears. Again, Matrix is just a concept in your guys' mind. There is no Matrix. And if you're a person who believes that the Matrix is real, bro, you really got to start fucking picking up a sociology book or a psychology book. Trust me, it'll absolutely shatter that entire pseudo concept because right now you're convinced that there's such thing as a Matrix. And I don't blame you. But if you do believe there's a Matrix and you're all like, I'm fighting against the Matrix, you are a part of that Matrix. I hate to break it to you. You're not an independent thinker. You're a thinker actually, you're LARPing as a thinker, but you're going around just listening to all these people doing the thinking for you. When the reality is you've never had a fresh thought ever. Let's watch these guys.
Let's do it, Alex. Let's go. Alex, you're going to do a one-hand.
someone is smart here, using his own sign as a surface, so he doesn't touch the ground. But I mean, he's whatever, man. I'm giving this guy too much credit.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What the fuck is that? That has to be a transgender man, pre-op. Because there's no way that there's a woman out here that believes that Andrew, you know what, who cares, man? At this point, why am I even fighting this? Look, and I get it, guys. You know, if you love Andrew Tate and you like to hype him up, you like to say that he's fearless, that he can jump out of a plane with no parachute and trust the process, or that he brings a knife and fork to a gunfight just to make it fair, or even that fucking he views Scooby and Shaggy as bitches and he doesn't need a Scooby snack to go and solve a mystery. You can hype him up all you want. At the end of the day, though, if you can't tell that this guy's bullshitting you, I don't know what else to do. Actually, I know what to do. Walk away and not make a video on any other stuff. And I know I'm making a video on this right now, but I really need to show you guys exactly what it is that I'm talking about and the kind of addiction that I have, because clearly you guys can see just how stupid a lot of this is, but I need to go back to my old channel, to my main channel, and show people just how dumb this is. Okay, I don't need to do that. We're not doing that anymore. I don't want to go back to that channel. I don't want to go back to this content because content is just, it doesn't bring any real value to me. Sure, I can sit here, make fun of it, roast it, and you guys will get a good laugh. I'm sure you guys probably did get a good laugh. But going back to my addiction, I really don't know what to do. Every single time I go onto my For You page, I immediately just come across these outrage videos. I really don't. Every single time I click uninterested, and somehow they come back with a vengeance, because it's not just one video. This time it's multiple. It's like they colluded behind the scenes and say, hey, look, man, you take the right flank, I take the left flank, and I'm gonna sit right and dab in the middle. Yeah, he's right. I am gonna click it, because when you fucking come out with a title about how stupid someone is, how am I not going to want to click on that? How am I not going to speak out on that? I don't know. But I've already clicked uninterested multiple times. YouTube is garbage when it comes to, clicking uninterested in any of these videos. I don't even know why they even have that feature if it's just kind of lackluster, you know? But overall, I think that that's what's going on with my situation. Yeah, man. Today I just felt like I really needed to say something. I literally walked out of a restaurant just scratching the sides of my head because I really needed to just release this urge to just say something, you know? So I'm sorry that I brought this up. I didn't want to, but yeah, I'm trying to just be a little more open with my emotions, you know? I do follow this TikToker. I think she's really cool. She talks about herself and her emotions. I really like that, man. And that kind of inspired me to kind of create this, you know? So I don't know. That's what I'm gonna do, man. Moving forward, that's kind of what I want to do as well. Just talk about stuff that I'm interested in. I don't want to debate stuff like this. I don't want to talk about stuff like this because there's no point to it. Yeah, it's fun. Just poke fun of this. But I really just want to focus on things that I really like. You know, I just want to develop my own content. So anyways, you guys let me know what you guys think about that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys.